eligible for a number of prizes to be given away. We'll be right back after a few messages. Folks, this is the National Collegiate Disc Golf Championships on Disc Golf Planet. Stay tuned.
Innova is the most popular and complete line of golf discs. From distance and fairway drivers to mid-range putt and approach discs, Innova provides the technology to improve your game. Our discs are responsible for more world records and more world champions than all other companies combined. Innova, the choice of world champions.
Disc golf, it's in the air. Join the excitement at pdga.com.
Welcome back to the action here on hole 18. This is Championship Sunday. Our live coverage brought to you by Innova Champion, the PDGA, and the Philadelphia Insurance Companies, all proud to bring you this live coverage. Dave, another example of the trouble and trickery waiting for you behind the basket on 18.
Yeah, the OB is really pretty close. It's only about 15 feet from the basket there, at the most. Might be more like 10. Yeah, so far everything has been decided except for the team title, and that is what these people came for. So we're gearing up for the last half a dozen holes or so, and getting ready to crown a team champion this afternoon. Might be the same one as last year, might not. If Oregon has anything to say about it, it'll be a new one.
Could be a change of plans for anyone here. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the final round of the National Collegiate Disc Golf Championships from here at the Hippodrome. We're located in North Augusta, South Carolina. We have players from 19 states representing 35 colleges and universities from across America. I'm Crazy John Brooks. I'll be guiding you through this weekend and up to our championships, and I'm joined by co-host disc golf analyst Dave Greenwell. As you see our luxurious settings here, at the Disc Golf Center studios. It's a pleasure to be with you live. Over our shoulders, Treasure Isle, number 18, has posed a lot of excitement through the week. Right now, we're going to very soon join our leader group, making their way into the more difficult turn of the course, and as far away as you can get from here anyway. We go here to number 15, dubbed the Bullpen.
Yeah, you're getting a unique look at a very different kind of hole here. If you don't get underneath of the bullpen on one shot or another, then you have to putt over it or through it, and both of those pose big problems.
As you see, going through, not being able to find that sweet spot. Another example, Dave, of the theatrics that we've found here and the different twists that Pete May and Harold Duvall have added to the design. Not to distract the player, I think, but to better challenge and make for a more creative shot design. Nothing wrong with having a little fun in the middle of the competition. Coming up later today, our national team champions will be crowned, as well as the medalist division that will recognize the single lowest scoring disc golfer from all of our colleges. We'd like to check in with Rebecca Duffy here shortly too. We'll check in on some scores and just see how tight the match is from Augusta State and Oregon, as well as that second card. Dave, you mentioned Alabama Huntsville lurking in the wings.
Yeah, we really haven't heard anything about their scores. They started out a little bit tough, but they were only 6 shots back, so they might be right in the hunt, and we just don't know it yet.
Everyone here enjoying this beautiful and abundant Georgia sunshine after an interesting week of weather. Just to our east, Arkansas and Alabama taking refuge from some difficult and heinous weather conditions, and nonetheless have turned into a gorgeous Sunday, Palm Sunday, if you will, and we're enjoying this live championship round coverage. Our sponsors, WorldSports.com, makers of the Scepter disc retriever and the Next Tee Indicator, a great device to use for course navigation and to help your young players at heart make their way around the course. And DiscNation.com, providers of our leaderboard we see periodically through the broadcast. Later today, you'll see the Winner's Circle interviews. That's provided by DynamicDiscs.com. And of course, those of you at home have been able to win prizes due to the generosity of Disc Golf Center. We appreciate your joining us. You can donate now if you'd like. We're about to give away another prize very shortly. Thanks to the communities of Augusta, Georgia and North Augusta, South Carolina for having us. Dave, approaching number 18, we'll finish our coverage. It's going to be exciting to see the big arms go to such a short hole. A lot of, I might dare to say, inexperience, but maybe just a slightly lower level of proficiency that we're used to seeing on the pro coverage. But passion and determination is definitely seen throughout here at the Hippodrome. Looking at number 15. Dubbed the Bullpen.
Wow, that's about as good as it gets on the bullpen. That is the perfect shot. If you could draw it up on paper, that's exactly what you'd say to do.
Tennessee Tech. Golden Eagles showing a lot of pride this week. Having a great time camping out at the Hippodrome.
Wow, that's way wide. But should be an easy 3 nonetheless.
We're playing alternate shot pairs with a best disc scoring.
That's got a chance to skip underneath. Oh my. Yeah, that's the thing about a bullpen. You can go through it or you can hit it and bounce away from it. Still an opportunity for birdie there, but there wasn't much difference in that and the shot that we saw go underneath of there. That one just actually was a little bit higher skip and unfortunately hit the side of the bullpen.
those of you at home that are interested in generating your own collegiate team, we encourage you to contact the ncdgc.com and let Pete May and Alan Kane know of your intentions. And we might be seeing you take the winner's platform next year. So we approach 15.
Yeah, I think
279
they're,
feet.
Unaware of the guy who was wide there for Tennessee Tech. They're kind of walking in his line there.
Yeah, we see a number of instances this week where players might be more encourageable to go for a shot, and players actually getting better as they play here at the Collegiate Nationals. Friday night's Guts Championship, a very exciting event. The 2011 Collegiate champions, Alabama Crimson Tide, defeating Augusta State.
Looks like he's hitchhiking.
And a congratulations out to Jared Neal from University of Alabama Huntsville, our 2011 Collegiate distance champion, 562 feet.
Wow, that's a great shot. The disc had eyes. Oh, that's fortunate. If that hadn't hit that branch, it was probably going out the other side of the bullpen.
Even from 10 feet, that can really change your whole game plan. This will be an interesting strategy, as unless he's got a turbo or a Greenwell putt, as it called. Sure, this wind has played a little bit of a toil.
You know, normally at the end of a tournament, a long tournament like this, it pretty much takes its toll on the players, and they're pretty wore out by the end of it. But I think it's a little different with these college guys. You know, they're a lot younger, a lot more spry, got more energy, and you know, it's for prestige and honor. So it's a little different concept than the pro tournaments. Nice putt.
Good concentration.
Nice putt.
Through the corral.
Golden Eagles.
Very nice shot. Yes, sir.
You see the difference in that putt and the one we saw a while ago where the guy was kind of supporting himself on the basket was night and day. That was beautiful.
So go to 18.
That's a good form. Hopefully he can do that when he lets go of the disc. Boy, he crushed it though. That seemed like he threw it really hard. Nice shot.
Gotta be happy with that.
You know,
Great
that
shot.
had to be a putter. As hard as he threw that, you know, we weren't seeing very many putters thrown the first 3 days of this event because of all the wind. So you have to throw that putter just a little bit harder to get it up there. It's playing 295. Nice safe shot.
Set up for birdie. And the excitement continues here amongst all of our teams as we reach the culmination of Championship Sunday. This is the National Collegiate Disc Golf Championships here at the Hippodrome. We appreciate you joining us from home or from work or on the go. No matter what, Disc Golf Planet aims to broadcast the best in collegiate disc golf.
It sure doesn't look like there's a lack of energy in these guys. They are high-stepping it.
35 colleges and universities. Very impressive turnout for Pete May.
Boy, it'd
they
be
look-
nice to be 20 again and have all the discs that we have now. Daggone it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be afraid of losing them in the lake so much. I just gotta get a candy bar, a pastry, and a sugar drink and go play the back nine. Looking at Tennessee Tech taking a deserved breather after a great shot. 15 at the bullpen. They're standing by for the graveyard. Another tricky example of the design here. This week stretched out to 437 feet. Should be quite a challenge. We are back to 18.
Looks like that bush is right in the way. He's going to have to kind of go around it or fluff it right over top of it. Boy, it won't be too many more years that bush will really come into play.
Yeah, I was going to say if he's alarmed by that, then boy does he need to go to Boylan Family Farms.
I wish it was still there. Oh, right, nice, right over top of it. There you go. That's what it's all about right there. He will never forget that putt.
Last hole. That's awesome. Yeah, camaraderie. Good to see. Yeah, we invite all of our teams to return next year. And once again, those of you at home, start your own team. Contact your college, university. Go through the intramural department or call Pete May. And at ncddc.com for suggestions. Here we go.
Let's see, San Diego State Aztecs. Boy, that was really close to a foot fault right there. He did a jump putt, but it looked like that front foot was on the ground before he let go, which would be a violation.
Beautiful Sunday afternoon for our players and staff.
We have the Arkansas Razorbacks here scoping out the green.
We're watching Arkansas develop strategy here. Let's see what Rebecca Duffy's going. Every time we ask Rebecca, she's got something cool. Rebecca, are you out there?
I am out here and I'm enjoying the weather. I know I keep bringing that up, but I can't believe how the weather changes from day to day here. As you can see, Tennessee Tech is having a little bit of a hard time back here, but you know, they have so much great morale. They have a bad shot, but they're still in good spirits, and that's what this tournament's all about. Like I told him at the beginning, it's disc golf. Have fun. This is your last round. It's a memory they're never going to forget.
True, Dad. Oh, and Rebecca, you are out there.
I'm way out here.
We're going to find out on that gap between Oregon and Augusta State in a moment, because we know the action is there, folks. You're enjoying live coverage of our final day here at the NCDGC. This coverage brought to you by Innova Champion, the PDGA, and the Philadelphia Insurance Companies, all showing their support to broadcast the best in collegiate disc golf this weekend.
You know, it'd be interesting to find out the scores for UAH to see if they are in fact still in the hunt.
Thank you to our viewers in Japan showing their support. We want to give a shout out to our comrades and disc golf family in the land of the rising sun after the recent series of events. And we hope that you're on your way to a quick and remarkable comeback, and certainly wish you the best and swiftest of recoveries. Thank you. Minasan o genki de ne. Ja oishite shimasu. Dave Greenwell, my co-host, bringing you this coverage of the Championship Sunday here at the Hippodrome.
You know, when you lose a disc, you've got 3 minutes from the time it's declared lost to find it. And if they don't find it, then you have to play from the previous lie, whether it be on the tee or in the fairway, wherever it might be. But that's looking like that's what's happening right here. But you know what? If you got a lost disc and it's underneath the leaves, what better people to help you look for it than the hogs, the Razorbacks, rooting around.
You're looking at the approach on number 16, the graveyard. And not an errant shot, but just to go for it. Obviously, teammates having reached a position to achieve par or better. This is an alternate shot format where each 4-person team will be split into 2 pairs. Those 2 pairs will elect to have one person shoot the odd holes first, one person to shoot the even holes first. Then they will play alternate shot through the completion of the hole. And then the 2 pairs will designate which of their 2 scores are lower and take that as their final entry.
You know, it's kind of fun to see these guys because most of them are not in contention, and they seem just so relieved that they don't have to deal with that win this afternoon that they don't really care about the score that much.
You see the hangman placement right next to that looming graveyard.
Whoa.
Ooh, just short.
That was scary.
And we're watching our teams make their way up on the 16th green. While we do, Dave, let's take a look at the Disc Nation 2011 NCGG Individual Resort Scoreboard.
Nice putt right there. You know, even though it's one nation under par, those guys were a bunch under par. And Jason Lynn ended up with a 2-stroke victory over Connor Thompson in what was a very heated and back and forth match. I think Connor actually had the lead for a while, and Jason made a move toward the end of the round and ended up passing Connor late. Both of them played great, as well as Chris Becker, Austin Finley, and Kevin Cox. Everybody played pretty good, but Jason Lynn was our medalist, and congratulations to him.
And a slight miscalculation by Tennessee Tech, but nonetheless, we mentioned that the other pair apparently has the hole pushed or better.
You know, I'm sure there'll be a few things said about Jason Lynn being the favorite since he was definitely the highest rated player here, but you know, there's something to be said about being expected to win and winning. You know, that's a tough nut to crack there. So congratulations to Jason Lynn.
Absolutely. National medalist disc golf champion, Collegiates. Back to the tee on 18, Mississippi State.
Nope. Go. Go. Skip right.
And that was a little bit of an early release there.
We're looking at the tee on number 15. Uphill to the bullpen. Ooh, caught a little bit of that corner tree.
Had a little salad on the way to the bullpen there. Arkansas Razorbacks on the tee. Big skip. Here we have the San Diego State Aztecs. You know, word was early on that they were the favorite to win this thing. And although it looks like they're probably not going to win, they have had a very respectable showing, and that was a really good shot right there.
First time in attendance.
Good shot there. Just a little bit long and wide.
A lot of work going into the development of this course over the years. Opened in 2006, the year of inception for the NCDDC. After the PDGA World Championships, the course was divided into 2 layouts. the Hippo course and the Pine Valley Hogback. And watching players approach the 15th fairway of the Hippo course, the site of our championship flight.
You know, with the evidence of all the work that has been done to this course over the past few years, you'd think Pete May was retired, but this guy's got a full-time job as well as another full-time job, and he's only 70 years young.
I heard he's gainfully employed, too.
Do not ever play him in any kind of game that he wants to gamble. He will whoop you right on the spot.
Just recently heard about the story of him hustling Joe Theismann for $1,000 on the ping pong table. Successfully.
Yeah, do not play table tennis, especially with him, even if he has a serving tray.
We have the Mississippi State Bulldogs alongside the Iowa State Cyclones approaching the green on 18. Got a couple in the lagoon and a couple inside the border. That black tube representing the out of bounds line here. It's a large green, but from some of the distances on the flanks, I just don't know if it's a go for it situation. Unless, of course, you're not concerned with all the hoopla or having to make room in the trunk for a big trophy, I'd be going for it.
Well, it's definitely a wide green, but it's only about 35 feet deep, so placement on this green is very important. Yeah, if you're not parked right under the basket, side to side is where you want to be running it from, because it is really dangerous if you're putting straight at it.
And we go back to the bullpen. Arkansas successfully inside the railings. San Diego State looming. They're in position for a birdie. Go back to Iowa State on 18. Not sure what he's doing here unless it's picture time.
Well, those rocks are out of bounds, I would think, so he really, that's not a meter. He could take probably another 2 feet from there. Iowa State, located in Ames, Iowa. One of the cities they used for the World Championships a few years back.
That shot going out of bounds. Mississippi State Bulldogs.
Oh, very dangerous place to putt from. That could be trouble. Looks like UAH and Clemson.
He's in the lost disc territory.
Yeah, that looked like Austin Finley walking up toward the basket. Not sure why he's walking ahead of the player shooting there.
A little bit low, but safely underneath.
Austin Finley, one of our 2011 All-Americans.
Good putt.
Looked like it might have been a birdie for UAH.
This is the fourth day of the event, ladies and gentlemen. In the middle of Championship Sundays, you see University of Alabama at Huntsville complete their team's half of the alternate shot round. That's a difficult format. Good form. Clemson Tigers.
Well, I tell you what, Craze, they're getting their money's worth this week. Each of these teams has thrown between 800 and 1,000 throws. That's a whole bunch of fun.
So how many over would that be?
My calculator is in the bag.
Take a glance back. We've got East Tennessee State in attendance and Tennessee Tech.
Looking back at the tee for the bullpen.
Beautiful day for disc golf. Thanks to those of you at home for donating and showing your generosity. You are the lifeblood of the broadcasts. Never too late to win prizes. In just a moment, we'll receive the names for our next winners.
Looked like a good shot there. Oh, just a little bit short. Looked like an easy 3, though. There you have Connor Thompson, who put on quite a show yesterday and looked like he was going to be the winner, but lost at the very end.
And not much conviction to that.
Wow, that was a smooth throw. Just a little bit light.
Notice that the gentleman laid the disc down rather than to toss it, even though not in use.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure Levon Wolf had something to do with that. Wow, that stuck?
Now, a mere 20, 25 feet away, but with the bullpen rails in his vision, that's going to encumber the putt quite a bit.
Now let's see if Nathan Pitts can put it inside the bullpen. Not gonna come, I don't think.
Big skip.
Well, pretty close. Another putt, another encumbered putt.
Tricky it is. Look at the beautiful Georgia pines in the background, ladies and gentlemen, and the sprawling Georgia sunshine at an abundance here. A fantastic day to show the culmination of the National Collegiate Disc Golf Championships. We'll crown our national team champions later on this afternoon. Right now you're watching the action on number 18. It is a team from Purdue, the Boilermakers, designing their strategy here on the Treasure Isle.
Great shot.
Great distance perception, perfect.
That guy in the corner is safe. Safe, wow.
And that
It's no good.
appears the out of bounds border stopped it from going outside the green. And it's obviously a good result. East Tennessee State having a great time, bringing many friends to the event this year. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to announce our newest prize winners as soon as we receive that information. And at the end of the day in the broadcast, we'll be giving away the Innova Sport Disc Golf Target, the portable target, brought to you by Innova Champion. All excited for that. And we do appreciate your generosity by doing so, and encourage you to stick with us for the rest of the 2011 tour as Disc Golf Planet broadcasts the best in disc golf. Here we are at 15.
Wow, what a putt. We haven't seen too many of them over top of that bullpen rail, which looks to be about 6 feet tall. To me, it would seem like 9 feet tall because it's way over my head.
So are a lot of other things. Many more surprises await the players when they complete the bullpen. Up next is the graveyard, a tricky, this time 437-foot layout that features the out-of-bounds graveyard, just a mere 2 feet from the basket. And the basket, of course, suspended in air. Huntsville, just left and short. Every stroke becoming so much more important. This is a great example, Dave, of what you were talking about. Just minimize your motion. Leave the work to the arm.
So maybe everything's not over my head.
The tent? I was talking about the tent.
Touche.
Thank you, David. You can have the car. Folks, you're on the 18th green here. Tennessee Tech tapping in. This will be for a birdie here as we see Purdue just 12 feet away.
You know, some of these guys are old enough to drink, and if I was going to a school that had a name like the Boilermakers, I might be having one later.
I'm sure they've got fans at home cheering for them right now. And Tennessee Tech, and with a great drive and putt for birdie. We had some special guests, and as Dave's mentioned, we have Dave Fehlberg, coach of the Oregon team. We also have Merle Whitford, the Cal State University Monterey Bay coach, assisting the tournament as a sanctioned PDGA rules official. It's nice to see we have a lot of professional players in the region that have come here to support Pete in the event and our players. So Ken Climo, the champ, here making an appearance earlier this week to show his good luck.
Double G, Garrett Gerthy, the premier distance disc golfer on tour.
Yes. So just finishing their round, making their way over to the PDGA tent, turn in their scorecards. We began with a shotgun start this morning, and our top cards teed off in the ascending order. And I'm joined here live with Dave Greenwell, my co-host. I'm Crazy John Brooks. It's a pleasure to bring you this live coverage here from the DiscGolfCenter.com studios here at the Hippodrome. It's all about passion, fellowship, and collegiate pride this week, ladies and gentlemen, as we bring to you this final coverage of the National Collegiate Disc Golf Championships. We've already announced our overall winner, our medalist winner, David.
Yes, we have, and he played outstanding. I don't know if it translated into a team title, but we're going to find out here in a little while.
Jason Lynn, congratulations. And plenty more information. Once again, in just a moment, we'll receive the names here in the studio and will enable us to give away these next sets of prizes. Take a look at the Disc Nation scoreboard on screen here. Jason Lynn, as we mentioned.
You can see it right there. Yeah, that was Jason Lynn from Augusta State, Connor Thompson from Clemson, Chris Becker from Oregon, Austin Finley from Tennessee Tech, and Kevin Cox from San Diego State.
Well done, David. I stand to be corrected. Thank you to Disc Nation.
Okay, we're back to hole 14. It's winding down and heating up. Sounds like some contradictory statements there. Okay, we have been informed that Oregon is 2 throws ahead with 4 holes to go. Still very much anybody's disc game. You know, 2 strokes can be made up on 1 hole, Craze, and they've got 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. 5 more holes. Correct. 2 throws can be made up in 1 hole.
See the foreground of number 14 green. Sunlight trickling through these Georgia pines and the oaks, actually planted at the 2006 World Championships.
You know, these last handful of holes, every one of them have some serious OB very near the basket, so no lead is safe going into these last couple of holes, and if they go in anywhere 1 stroke or tied on the last hole, that could be a pretty scary green.
See Huntsville and Clemson walking
Back to the green of 14. Our defending champions, Augusta State, and our current leaders, Oregon. Only 2 strokes separate the 2 teams. Every stroke is huge from this point out. You see him stepping off to see if he's outside of 10 meters, which if he's outside of 10 meters, he's able to fall forward after he releases his disc.
I've got him at 35 right now.
I'm sure a lot of you are wondering about why would you want to fall forward. But if you fall toward the basket, it usually helps direct it toward the basket.
Pretty healthy run on that.
You know, it really was, but he took all that time and everything was set up great, and then he pretty much lunged. He
Blasted
didn't
it.
really allow that putt to
Do its own
materialize
thing.
right. Yeah, he lunged at it at the last second. Oh, wow, that was very close.
It bounced out right. Again, we're in an alternate shot format, ladies and gentlemen. Each team comprised of 2 pairs playing an alternate order amongst them and choosing the lowest score between the 2 teams to post.
It's looking like Chris Becker. That to extend the lead to 3.
That's going to leave a mark. Augusta State still having to manage this putt.
Looks like Nate Bush will be up next.
Stayed in on the left side.
Well, I tell you, 3 strokes is way bigger than 2 going into the last 4 holes, so Augusta State has their work cut out for them.
Take a look at number 17 here, High Water, San Diego State.
Nice attempt. Great result. If it's not going in, staying close to the basket is good on this hole because we've seen a lot of them hit the cage and go right in the water.
And the gloon's just 8 feet from the base of the pin, too.
And you know, if they go in the water, it's not like normal when you can take it where it went out, which is about 7 feet from the basket. They have to go to a drop zone and make a really difficult putt.
They're just establishing throwing order, apparently. And back to 15.
Nate Bush on the tee, Oregon, with what we think is a 3-stroke lead with 4 holes to go. Playing the bullpen, hole 15. We have a big sweeping hyzer. Just outside. He might even be able to throw through the gate on that putt.
That tree is in a very precarious position, too, once you fly over this green.
Here we have Noah Pulitzer.
.279 feet.
Look like a very similar lie to the we just got an update on the scores. Augusta State is now down 4. They need one back here bad. Patrick May. Oh, in and out of the bullpen. That is tough luck there. Seems like that has been the theme of the day for Augusta State. They have had some really tough breaks. Not to mention the fact that Oregon has played very well. Oh no, no skip at all.
Just can't get a break for Augusta State.
Looked like that hit in a sand trap.
It's a very exciting part of the event, folks. In just a moment, we'll have our next set of names for some prizes to be given away. Don't forget our grand prize, an Innova Sport portable disc catcher. Thank you for your generosity. Today's broadcast and coverage of the final round of the National Collegiate Disc Golf Championships brought to you by Innova Champion Discs, makers of incredible technology in the disc realm, as well as the disc catcher and accessories for players of all levels. Innova Champion, creating champions for decades. Lead group coverage here at the National Collegiate Disc Golf Championships. As we're standing by for the names of our prize winners, we'll take a look at number 15, the bullpen. Here's Oregon.
Chris Becker.
And safely there for par.
Yeah, that was almost impossible putt to make there with the branches hanging down on the trees, and I guess he could have skipped it off one of the rails of the bullpen, but that was a really tough putt. We have Derek Penfield for birdie. All right, if Augusta State has a chance, it has to start right here. They need one of these guys to birdie. What a run. They really need this putt to stay in the match.
To have it go awfully fast if he's going to throw it through those two rails.
Yeah, this is a really tricky putt. If he tries to jam this thing, he could jam his hand into the rail. He could hit the disc right on the rail. But instead, he stuck it right in the middle and cut it down to 3. I believe Jason Lynn, who is our medalist national champion, won on the last hole in the singles competition. Can they do it again in the team competition, Chris?
Yeah, they're certainly looking like they are wanting to mount an attack. As you said, the most OB we can find, and treacherous OB on these last 3 holes. All kinds of tests awaiting our leader card.
Well, surely anything can happen here, but if I'm Oregon, I'm feeling pretty good about myself with a 3-stroke lead and 3 holes to play.
One hole, the graveyard, is not a very conceivable birdie hole either, and then followed by 2 par 3s.
This
to
is
18.
Ryan Black from Arkansas.
Get and bounce. Get and bounce. Yes, there you go.
Oh, that was so
Stayed
close.
short.
I think Ryan is one of the few 3-time competitors here.
Hey, I thought you were laying on the OB.
This is the 5th year of the National Collegiate Championships.
You're laying on the pipe. They said I'm on the pipe.
Of course, the disc needing to be touching grass or over grass to be considered inbounds.
Yeah, if he's just leaning against the line is out of bounds. So he has to be touching some part of inbounds to be considered inbounds.
Fairway. Back to 18. It's got a float. Yep. And another short attempt. He's going to pull up to the drop zone. It's great to see all these team colors shown here, folks. Teams from 19 states in attendance. Over 200 players here at the NCDGC. Back to 16.
There you are. Collegiate singles champion, medalist Jason Lynn. He's asking, he's looking hard. He likes it.
Real close to the graveyard. Lynn seems to be attempting to carry his group, not giving up. Here's Oregon.
He made a push in the last 3 holes in the singles and hoping to repeat it in the team competition. Here you have Derek Penfield.
437 feet. It's got a lift. That tee slightly lower than the fairway, and the green, of course, an elevated platform with a disc catcher is suspended. Looming OB graveyard just to the left.
Yeah, hole 16 is playing 437 feet from the black. This is a tough hole to get close to. But Chris Becker, last year's medalist, is one of the guys in this tournament that can reach this hole. Looked like he chose to play the wide hyzer. And left it a little bit wide there, but it should be an easy 3. Chris looking a little dejected there. I mean, you shouldn't expect to part this hole, I don't think.
The exciting to see players of this age enjoy this type of drama and suspense here in a competitive arena. What a great venue for this NCDGC Championship Sunday here at the Hippodrome. This is final round coverage. The National Collegiate Disc Golf Championship team title on the line as we see Augusta State, defending champions, attempting to regain composure and somehow outdo the three-stroke lead developed by the Oregon Ducks. Joined by co-host Dave Greenwell, Hall of Famer, disc golf analyst, and good friend. I'm Crazy John Brooks, inviting you to stay tuned. Our afternoon is still young. In just a moment, we'll have more results. Right now, let's go to Rebecca Duffy here at the Hippodrome.
I'm standing in behind the actual basket of 16 watching this lead group. I can't say it enough. Augusta got it right up there. They should have a 2 and gain a point back up on Oregon and make it a better battle in the last few holes. As you guys know, Jason, he actually came back to win the collegiates yesterday in the singles competition. And Oregon's just 2 strokes back, I think. I mean, 2 strokes up. So Oregon is 3 throws up, and this little sidearm by Nate Bush, that's really risky with that graveyard there, but he pulls it off. So
that's exactly what they needed to have happen right there. They needed one guy to just be underneath, right by the wood. Easy 3. Pretty much assuring them of only losing 1 if Augusta State makes birdie. This shot right here, if I'm Augusta State, I'm just throwing that right up to the wood to assure myself of a 3, just in case something weird happens.
Excellent
that is
shot.
Not what you were looking to have happen. That is no gimme.
No.
Makeable, but not a gimme.
If they miss that putt, they're going in the graveyard.
You're watching our leader group approach the 16th green here at the Hippodrome, dubbed the Graveyard. Over 400 feet from tee to pin, and some exciting elements here left to deal with as Oregon tries to maintain a 3-stroke lead over Augusta State, our defending champions.
Here you're looking at Noah Pulitzer. And they're safely up by it for their 3, so Noah needs to run this thing. Whether it goes in the graveyard on a miss or not, he needs to run this and seal the deal. Oh my goodness, on top of the basket. How close was that, Crazy?
How cool was that?
Wow.
I mean, okay, but
holy cow.
Would somebody get the take a picture, please? Can I get a picture?
That is like a crowning moment.
He might want to use that for his Facebook profile for a couple hours.
Well, this putt for Augusta State with Patrick May is no gimme. We thought it was a little closer than that, but this is definitely one he needs to make. Oh,
not even close. That's unfortunate. And a very difficult shot remaining. As we mentioned, lots of drama awaiting these players, not only on the tee, but as they approach the green. No shot could be too close, as the title for national team champion is on the line.
What a turn of events this has turned into. We thought they might be closing the gap to 2, and this actually could end up taking it back to 4 if he can't can this. Wow, pressure putt there. But you would expect no less from the current 2011 collegiate champion.
That's right, well done. Just a moment, we'll go to number 17. An interesting aspect of these final 2 holes, they are both of potential hole-in-ones. Let's go over to Rebecca here. She's very close to the 16th green. Rebecca?
I am going to grab. Okay, I'm gonna grab Nate Bush. Nate, will you come over here? You guys are going into the final 2 holes and you're ahead. Do you know how many strokes you're ahead by now after this hole?
I think we're only by a couple right now.
Okay, what's going through your mind going through these last 2 holes? What's the strategy?
We'd like to get a birdie on the next hole and get in the island and seal the deal.
Are the nerves churning up a little bit right now?
Just for me, they go down as I play through, so.
Well, good luck. Keep your nerves calm, play it smart, play it safe, and good luck.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Thanks, Rebecca.
You know, I really can't believe that he doesn't know that they're up by 3 with 2 holes to go, and I would forget about birdie on this hole. I would be throwing a safe shot and a safe shot and winning by 1. You only have to be ahead by 1 when it's over. So safe play on these next 2 holes, and they should be the new national champions.
Don't forget, the number 17, dubbed High Water, has that looming lagoon just 2 meters behind the basket, so any errant shot could potentially end in the water, taking you back to the drop zone, not just a 6-foot par comeback. This is action coming to you live on Championship Sunday, looking at the front edge of the 18 green, where our leader groups will be very soon. They're taking to the 17th tee right now, Dave. An interesting hole, not as long as it's played, not as short as it's played up to this point.
Yeah, hole 17 plays 367 feet from the blacks. And I know there's at least a couple of guys on each of these teams that can reach that hole. You're looking at the San Diego State Aztecs, trying to decide exactly what disc they're going to throw. We're back at 17. Whoa. That one looked like it was rolling into the water and actually rolled back up for a pretty good birdie look right there. That was very fortunate. I believe that was Alabama Huntsville.
.367.
Another good shot. You're looking at Nate Bush.
That looks deep, Dave. Oh, great.
That looks like it's over, Grace.
Great. Well, nonetheless, a lot of practice and training showing its benefits here. Oregon on the tee at 17. And that'll go into the high water.
Well, the good news for Oregon is they didn't need that second one. The first one is right there. And even if one of them falls down and misses this putt, it's still going to be a gimme par. So I can't imagine them missing this shot.
Require Augusta to have a hole-in-one on number 18 for any chance of tying Oregon. See our teams making their way down the fairway. This is our championship round coverage here, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching live through the video portal of Disc Golf Planet.
I'm sure Dave Fehlberg is pretty happy with his team's performance this week. Getting closer to crowning a new national champion is the way it looks. If it's something other than that, I'll be in shock.
See in the background the PDGA tent. It's going to be on tour all year and every year. You see that at any major event. Come by and say hi to the PDGA. Become a member if you haven't already. Take a look at our teams gathering here off to the side of 17. Oregon with 2 great shots and birdie attempts, and Augusta State up close on 1.
Actually, one of Oregon's went in the water there. Chris Becker will try to save par here. Which is a bit of a foregone conclusion. They really don't need this, which makes it a little bit easier to execute. Well, needs to grab that pretty quick.
Mark it.
Yeah, I think you go right back to the drop zone if it goes in the water there.
Nate went in the water also.
This is this corner right here?
See, the yellow stake designates the throwing zone.
Now, that was Chris Becker that went in the water, and Noah's going to be putting from the same spot.
Thank you, Dave.
Wow, great putt right there from Noah. Of course, you know, it is a way easier shot when it doesn't have to go in. What a great drive by Nate Bush.
Over to 18. Oregon with a 3-stroke lead here going into 18.
Looks like University of Alabama Huntsville on the tee. Nathan Pitts going for the green. All right, nice shot there for Nathan. You know, no matter what place you finish, you want that last drive to be on the green.
A lot of folks here from the area, as well as here to show support for our players. A great gallery assembling here. And we're getting closer and closer to crowning our new National Collegiate Team Disc Golf Champion here at the Hippodrome. You're watching final round coverage here in North Augusta, South Carolina.
You're looking at the teams from Clemson and the University of Alabama Huntsville as they head toward their last hole here at the 2011 National Collegiate Championships.
It's really been a pleasure to watch all this young blood enter the game, and without all the necessarily intense focus of a professional event, but more of a passionate side, and certainly watching the school colors take a big play here. I'm Crazy John Brooks, and once again, just over our shoulder, you see our final hole of the championship coming up shortly for our leader group. Right now we're watching Clemson and University of Alabama Huntsville approach 18. My co-host Dave Greenwell, been here all week showing you some of the inside tips and what have you. Appreciate your joining us. Very exciting event in disc golf history. This is the 5th year of this event, certain to not be the last. Thanks to our local communities of Augusta, Georgia, and North Augusta, South Carolina. The hospitality in the beautiful complex that is the Hippodrome. Just behind the tee of 18, we see our gallery and members of support showing up to watch our leader card tee off. Back to 18.
You know, Oregon is about to become the first team outside of the South to win this event.
Certainly a signature of growth for our players as well as the event. It was a great
Nice
finish
way to
for
finish
Clemson.
there for Connor Thompson, who had a great week, just barely losing the medalist round to Jason Lynn. I'm sure his mom and dad are pretty proud. Vanessa and Coleman. Another great putt. Boy, I tell you what, the putting today has been so much better than it's been all week, and it's pretty obvious why. I mean, not only have these guys been practicing all week, but the weather laid down, and it has just been a picture-perfect day for this final day.
I totally agree.
Whoa, a little cling on there.
Well, folks at home, once again, we're coming up on your last chance. If you might want to get busy right now, your last chance to place your donation while logged on to Disc Golf Planet and become eligible for the Innova Sport disc catcher to be given away in just a moment. This is your last chance to donate, folks. Big prize right around the corner. Thank you.
And even if you've got a basket in your backyard already, who doesn't want two?
Half the walk, twice the chains.
Nathan Pitts.
And certainly great closing putt to be proud of. Many miles to be driven and flown by these players, folks. 19 states representing 35 colleges and universities across America. Our team players total of 208, setting a new precedent here at the Hippodrome. I want to give a thanks to Pete May, our tournament director, his assistant, Alan Kane, for dedication and preparation. And once again, our local resources, the Augusta Sports Council, the Augusta Chronicle, and Asset Advisors, providing their support to bring this year's national championships to fruition. We look back at our gallery, we're assembling here is our Augusta State defending champions, next to our current leaders, the Oregon Ducks. Dave, here we go to 18. Our final hole's upon us. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner, if you will, a drum roll, our winner of the Innova Sport portable disc catcher is
Curtis David Duke.
Curtis, you just scored, buddy. You're our most recent and final prize winner. Thank you for your generosity through your donation, and those of you around the world, folks, thank you for showing your kindness and support to bringing the best in disc golf to you at home through Disc Golf Planet. Here we go to 18.
Medalist Jason Lynn on the tee. Left him with a little bit of work yet to do. That may be OB. Safe.
It's safe, Dave, and that was 1 foot
Wow.
away from a hole-in-one.
That one is no gimme, but it's safe nonetheless.
It's got to drop. And another successful green entry.
You know, even though it looks like Oregon is going to win this thing, Augusta State really did have a great showing. You know, the defending champ has all the pressure, and they handled it pretty daggone good.
They could have fallen into the river at some point. A very difficult beginning for both teams.
Derek Pinfield.
Spun out a little bit. That'll be out of bounds.
There you have last year's medalist, Chris Becker. We are not watching Tin Cup here. Chris can seal the deal just by putting it on the green. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm not sure why they're clapping. That looks like that is OB.
Not able to see that.
I don't know what they're thinking there. I mean, they're really celebrating the fact that that is OB.
I guarantee you Merle will make it real clear real quick.
Oh my goodness.
He'll have to re-tee.
Well, Nate Bush parked the last hole to create what seemed like an insurmountable lead. Let's see if he can seal the deal right here. Needs to get on the green. Oh my goodness.
Short.
Whoa.
Out of bounds, Dave.
Holy cow. Ladies and gentlemen, do not leave your screens here. This is getting pretty interesting. There's a 3-throw lead
For Oregon.
He has to get this on the green.
Jason Lynn from Augusta State, already close and in birdie range.
Oh, wow, that was some kind of break. If that hadn't have stayed on the green, we could have been looking at the biggest meltdown ever in the history of the Collegiate Championships.
That was close. Just another couple
Wow.
of inches. That could have made it through the back gate of the OB. That's out of bounds. A lot of drama here, ladies and gentlemen. That'll definitely change our distance between the top two teams, but we're just a couple putts away from crowning our new National Collegiate Team champions here at the Hippodrome. We have a couple shots. I believe we have a shot to be made from the drop zone.
I think you do, Chris. They have to make this putt, though, to freeze them out.
To put Jason out.
If Augusta State makes 2 and Oregon misses this putt, then we're tied.
That's right. This is all live coverage, ladies and gentlemen.
That was an amazing turn of events and very fortunate for Oregon. I mean, they played great the whole round, but it came down to one lucky break to seal this deal. Now they still have to make a putt, but being on the green is way better than not.
That's for sure. This drama being brought to you in living color by Disc Golf Planet. I want to thank those of you at home who've been logged on all week. Thank you for your generosity through donations. Once again, our sponsors, worldsports.com. Disc Nation providing us our leaderboard all week long. DynamicDiscs.com, of course, providing the Winner's Circle interview platform, which we'll be visiting soon, and our T-Side Studios.
Well, these are
by Disc Golf Center.
These are 2 of the biggest putts that either of these guys are ever going to attempt. They're both going to be out, so Augusta State is going to have 2 chances to put back the pressure on Oregon. They just need to make one of these. That was a nice fake. I thought he airballed it.
I was ready to hear chains.
Patrick May. Oh.
Low and right next to the OB border.
Wow, it has come down to this. A made putt, and Oregon has to make their putt. A missed, and it's over. Do not be low. Give this a chance.
Oh, man, that's out of bounds, Dave.
Wow.
And that will determine the fate.
What a dramatic
champion.
finish for this 2011 Collegiate National Championships. How could you be a college student that knows how to play disc golf and not want to be a part of this next year?
So exciting, and we certainly have some more support waiting for our teams. Let's contact the ncdgc.com and find out how you could become the next Collegiate Disc Golf National Champion.
2010 medalist Chris Becker. A make and it's over. And it's over. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2011 Collegiate Disc Golf Championships winner is Oregon Ducks from Eugene, Oregon.
What a great display here. And we have, in just a moment, we'll be greenside here at 18 with Rebecca in just a moment, folks. You just saw the culmination of the National Collegiate Disc Golf Championship team title being awarded. Let's go live now to Rebecca Duffy. Rebecca. Just a minute. We'll bring you there in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. See Nate Bush picking up that drive that he certainly was worried about earlier on.
Wow, what a nervous, exciting finish.
Never over till it's over. Definitely want to congratulate the Augusta State Jaguars for a great show in this final round. But right now, let's go to our new champions with Rebecca Duffy. Rebecca?
I'm here with the University of Oregon from Eugene, Oregon, 2011 National Collegiate Champions. And I've got to say, I'm a little bit proud of my Oregon boys here. Chris, what was going through your mind on this last hole? I mean, talk about cutting it close there.
Well, this is my nemesis hole. Last year I took a 4 on this, and I took a 6 on it on blue. So glad to get a 4 here and seal the deal.
Do you think the team's experience from last year helped you with this year? We had the same battle, Augusta State, University of Oregon last year. Was this a little bit of redemption?
Yeah, it was. And I think our experience was really good. We knew what it took to win, and just couldn't put it together last year, but did this year.
What's this collegiate win mean to you, Chris?
It means a lot. I think the team win is the most important thing, and we took care of that.
Well, the morale, you seem to keep your morale up. Augusta had a few bad holes in the beginning, and you guys played smooth all the way through. Was that your captaining to keep these guys' morale up?
He is the captain. But it was his captaining.
Well, Noah, tell us, what did you do to keep the morale up on this team?
Oh man, we just try to keep the mood light. We're all buddies on and off the course. We play a lot together. We, hang out together off the course, everything. We just keep it light, throw it up there, put it in the basket.
How do you guys plan to celebrate this victory at the Collegiate Championships?
Oh man, I don't know. We'll have to see about that.
Well, is there anything you want to say to your fans back at home? I know there's a lot of you supporting.
Just go Ducks. That's about it.
Go Ducks. You heard it from the University of Oregon Ducks. Pete May, congratulations.
I want to thank you for great playing. It's my pleasure to have Oregon here, and I'm proud of you as champions.
Did you guys know that you're the first team from the West that hasn't been Southern to win this title?
Yeah.
Way to represent our state. You guys are great.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your championship of the Collegiate National Champions. What do you think, guys? I hope you enjoy this broadcast, and keep watching discgolfplanet.tv.
Thanks, Rebecca, and congratulations to the Oregon Ducks and your teammates. And also a shout out. I'd like to find out how soon Dave Felberg finds out about his team's success. And once again, certainly congratulations to our Augusta State Jaguars for putting on such a great challenge here. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our coverage of this year's NCDGC. We hope you've enjoyed the sights and sounds from the Hippodrome here in North Augusta. Stay tuned for the next Disc Golf Planet broadcast. And once again, thank you to our viewers and generous supporters for making it possible to bring you this live coverage of the 2011 National Collegiate Disc Golf Championships. Thank you to our sponsors, Innova Champion Discs, the Professional Disc Golf Association, and the Philadelphia Insurance Companies for their support report. On behalf of the Disc Golf Planet technical crew and production staff, field reporter Rebecca Duffy and co-host Dave Greenwell, I'm Crazy John Brooks saying so long and be well.